Minecraft: The Crash by Tracey Baptiste. Read for you by January LaVoy. Chapter 1. I'd like to find whoever came up with the phrase, "everything happens for a reason," and give them a piece of my mind. Because the exact last thing anybody needs to hear when their world is completely screwed up is that it's actually a good thing. Like, even if you had a magical time machine that could go back and fix your mistakes, you totally shouldn't use it? Yeah, right. Nobody really believes that. Of course, there's really no good thing to say after everything's turned into a complete and utter mess. Better to keep moving forward, try to fix your mistakes, and hope everything eventually works out. I feel like I should have something wiser to say here, but nope. That's all I've got. Oh, that and the time machine thing. There's always that. Anyway, the mistake I wish I could go back and fix happened days ago. How many days? I couldn't tell you. Time is sort of a mess right now. But one Friday, some time ago, my best friend and I were headed to participate in the social event kickoff of the school year, also known as the homecoming game. I'd convinced Lonnie to go with me, even though neither of us were sports fans. We were gamers, really. Sports, outside of a video game, was not high on our list of priorities. But I figured homecoming was one of those Hallmark high school experiences they make a big fuss about in the movies. Why not check it out? As a newly minted freshman, I was secretly excited about high school. It was like unlocking a new level in the video game of life. Full-size lockers for larger inventory. Bigger bosses like the SATs. You get my drift. Lonnie, on the other hand, was not so convinced about homecoming. So I sweetened the deal. Literally. I told him that I'd make my famous brownies and bring a blanket so we could huddle up together with chocolate in our teeth. I'd like to think it was the brownies and the blanket that appealed to him, but I'm not sure. I mean, there aren't a lot of high school juniors that would want to be seen hanging out with a freshman, but we had been friends since I was 6 and he was 8. So we kind of went beyond the usual high school friendship parameters. Still, the point of all this is, it was all my fault. Everything that happened is on me. Lonnie showed up around 5. I bounded out with brownies and the blanket, got in the car, let him drive off, and we started talking about Minecraft. Our usual convo. "Did you build all the traps?" he asked. I scrunched up my nose. I hadn't. Mainly because I forgot. Actually, I thought it would be better to build up on the base instead. I decided to make the floor of the greenhouse glass so you can look down on everything. "You mean you didn't finish what you said you were going to? Again?" Lonnie sounded more like a disappointed dad than my friend, putting me on the defensive. "I'll get back to it after I finish the new greenhouse," I said. "I don't know why you have to get on my case about it." "Bianca." "Lonnie." "You need to stick to the plan. This whole world is going off the rails. If we want to have something that works really well, we have to do what we set out to make. Isn't that the whole point of the test world? Perfect it there and then move it to the real game?" I thought the point of the test world was to do crazy stuff so we could see what works and what doesn't. To go as bonkers as we can go, blow stuff up, make a mess, and never have to fix it. Lonnie sighed. He passed his hand over his close-shaven head and squeezed his eyelids down for a second as if he was in pain. When he opened his eyes again, they were a cloudy gray like the sky, not the sharp steel gray that meant he was in a good mood. "I thought you wanted to do this project," he said. "You said you wanted to craft a whole world, new landscapes, entire villages, a whole set of society rules, and then mess around with it." "Yes, but..." "But first we have to make it. And to make it, we need to have a plan, Bianca." I didn't mean for us to fight.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?